It's week 6 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see the dynamic Alvin Kamara. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And here come the... opening drive. They're led out by a 3-time Pro Bowler, owner of over 35,000 passing yards in 11 seasons, the veteran Andy Dalton. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass. And if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Dalton. And he'll be taken down. Pressure. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Pulled in at the 24. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Well, the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow could have won Comeback Player of the Year last season simply for his statistics. 4,600 yards, 34 touchdowns through the air. But he brought the entire Bengal organization on a comeback after 5 straight losing seasons. First with a division title, then an unexpected AFC title, and led the team to their 3rd Super Bowl ever. And he had them less than 2 minutes away from winning it for the first time. Keep an eye on Joey B. He expects to bring a Super Bowl title to Cincinnati in the near future.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. They go play action with Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Encroachment defense.
So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
47-yard punt, a return of 4.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
Burrow's throw taken in by Chark.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Bengals hit 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but The attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Back to Mixon on first down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. The ball comes out, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right? To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. It's Mixon on the counter, and this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out, and the Saints will have the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's got room. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Dalton. On the check down, it's Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressured, and it's a loss of 6. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
We had a pair of division rivalries in primetime last weekend, Week 5, and we've got another pair of good ones coming up here in Week 6. Starting tonight, Cowboys and Eagles from Philly on Sunday night, and then tomorrow Monday Night Football has the Broncos and Chargers from SoFi. That's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt. Kickoff 5:15 local time for that one out in Southern California.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The question for Mixon was after an injury-riddled 2020. Will he be back to his old self in 2021? And not only was he back, he was even better. He set career highs across the board, finished top 4 league-wide in yardage and touchdowns.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. First down. Here's Burrow. That's once again complete to Chark. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
From the 29, Dalton to the right side and complete to Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Third and 2 for Dalton. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And this one is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit to prevent him from making another catch to his big start.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start 1st and 10. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started.
David Onyemata, excellent effort, and he earns a tackle for loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Landry, agile footwork. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action now. Dalton under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Credit that to the former Texas Longhorn, Joseph Osai, who got in there.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
68 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Mixon with a first down carry.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, they run with Mixon.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
So Dalton now. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Joseph Osai
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough?
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, 84 yards.
And the Saints have got it back to within a score.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Now they go play action now. Burrow.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards that time. Burrow looking to pass.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not near. Gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play. Back now here live in New Orleans. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
They've got up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Burrow on play action. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Third down, goal to go from the 8.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The New Orleans offense set to take over. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Another try after the first down sack. Dalton under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
The Saints on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. Dalton here from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked by Logan Wilson, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
And the Saints are right back in this football game. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on first down, there's no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He is going to find Hill here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Personal foul. Basement. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 56 yards.
And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Let's go on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bengals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. McPherson on for the point after.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Dalton and the offense now. Down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 13 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters. So I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Dalton connecting with Hill.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Dalton's throw taken in by Landry.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here's Dalton. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now Dalton.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On second and very short, Dalton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's do or die for Dalton. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. That time in a 9-play drive. So in just a second to play, we have to see something crazy here for them to have a chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home.